Yeah, yeah, like a very marked shift, and then deepenings. So yes, just suddenly having the realization that, well, first of all, meditating enough and developing enough sensory clarity to see that the self isn't a thing, but is actually a process that gets constructed and reconstructed, and to actually see that in real time was what was a big shift. And to just notice time and time again that whenever the process ended, um, the experience of being itself didn't go away. And that made it obvious that whatever I am, so to speak, is not this selfing process. And many clients discover this as well. Like I often ask clients a question. I say to them, when in life do you feel most like yourself, so to speak, or comfortable in your own skin, or most at home? And when do you feel the least like yourself? Like those moments where you might later say, that was out of character, or that wasn't me, or I wasn't myself. And the irony is that very often when people have those moments of, that wasn't me or I wasn't myself, that's when the selfing process often is at its peak. The story of Pete or the story of Jurgen is really, really dominant. And the moments where people feel, in quotations, the most like themselves are often the moments where that activity is either very low or temporarily suspended. And there's something interesting about really exploring that and seeing, maybe I'm not quite what I take myself to be. But also having, a very solid moment of just realizing that the I essentially is more like an ad hoc entity that comes up right after some thought or feeling and perception and takes credit and through a kind of psychological trick makes it seem as if what came after was there beforehand and kind of initiated the whole thing. So there's something about there's a difference between kind of intellectually getting it and having a felt shift or realization around that. Um, and what we're going to do in the seminar is just because I've spent quite a few years, mentoring people and guiding meditators and trying to help people with this and coming at it from different angles. So there's something about there being different strokes for different folks in terms of kind of realizing it. And the hope is so the plan is to, in every session, guide at least one person to have this shift live.
Mhm.
And that probably means that we're going to have to troubleshoot quite a bit and improvise a bit and approach this from many different angles. And I think that increases the chance that one or more of these angles might hit home for a particular individual.
Okay.
So
Cool.
there's something about kind of seeing other people go through a process like that and having a shift, hopefully, and having the opportunity to do it yourself and to be able to like there are quite a few different angles that you can use to kind of attempt to facilitate this sort of shift.